No woman has all five. Okay, let's see. Let's see here. $40. I have $40. Number 2. Fuck this shit.
Guys, welcome to Better Bachelor. My name is Joker with a face for radio and a voice for print. It's been a very, very long time since I dipped my toe into the swamp that is Reddit. But every once in a while, when there's not many news stories out there for me to look over or review, it is kind of fun to step into the one place on the internet that makes you want to open your wrists and draw some red paint. That is pretty much Reddit today. And I recently signed back up again and jumped over on Reddit. I don't ever post. I don't really follow too many communities, but I do follow the over 30 dating, over 40 dating, and Tinder communities to see just how awful it is. And I have done so. And just jumping on there, you'll notice all of these are live pages. They're scrollable. They're not screenshots. And you'll notice this is just in the last 24 hours of posts. I don't have to dig very deep to see how bad things are in the 40s for people that are still dating. So, how bad is it? Well, there's two groups of people that are on dating over 30 and dating over 40 that are prevalent. There are the men that are blue pill, sweet, nice guys, want to know what's the best way to talk to women and be polite and do the right thing. And then there's the women complaining that the men that they're trying to hook up with just shag them and leave them because they're still all chasing the bad boys and the guys that have the game and everything going on. You know, we joke a lot of times when women get into their 30s and all of a sudden the wall shows up and they realize, oh, it's getting tougher to it's tougher to find a good man out there. I'm gonna have to settle for a blue pill provider while they still want to smash chads. As it comes to find out, no, women still in their 40s are just smashing chads, but now they're very sad that they can't have a relationship with them. Oh, wait, that's like all women. So nothing's changed. Now, I don't know if they have a dating over 50. I haven't dipped my toe in that cesspool yet, but in the 40s, nothing's changed. I'm just going to quickly read some headlines, some of the stories for us. I'll make this a little bit shorter because it's just getting the information out there to you that you have one of two choices as a man in the dating world now and probably until the day that things expire for you. Either A, get in shape, be masculine, make a decent income, be able to talk to women, be assertive, be out there, or be out of the game. Just completely say, you know what, juice isn't worth the squeeze. I'm out. I'm not doing it. Let's read from a couple of guys, and then we'll jump into the ladies so you can get an idea. This is from Dating Over 40. All of this stuff is. A guy asks, is it inappropriate to ask for a full body shot? As a rule, I swipe left on certain profiles, but I have a couple matches right now that I rolled the dice on, and come to find out they're fatty McFatties. And he's like, is there any way to tactfully ask for a full body shot because I keep getting the fatties? And he says, edit, thank you for the input. I guess I'm going to trust my instincts because everybody's saying, dude, you can't ask that stuff, man. You're just going to insult the ladies and they're not going to have anything to do with you, even if they are thinner. So he's stuck going out on dates with pumpkins. This from another guy, and I do understand where he's coming from. I'm not making fun of that. But he says, I got a haircut a couple days ago, and it was nice. It was a nice woman that cut my hair, and just feeling feeling her fingers running through my hair was soothing. Nothing bedroom related. It just, I miss being touched. I'm touch starved. I get it. I'm not making fun of him for it, but you got to get used to it. He says, like, I can't really bring this up, without getting some blowback on this because, like, he's asking about cuddle parties and, like, dude, that's mommy love. You got to let go of that stuff. But these are the men that are in the dating over 40, and I have a point to this in just a second. Here's the problem for these gentlemen. They're still thinking with their hearts, and they want romance, and they want to be sweet, and they want to be nice, and they want a loving woman, not understanding that those women don't really exist anymore, or if they do, they're so rare, we're back to a needle in a needle stack. These guys are wanting something that women don't provide anymore. You know, the as we move older as guys, the women are moving older along with us. And the new generation are really not great either. So as you were in your 30s and women wanted to be bold and brash and strong, those women still want to be the bold, brash, strong ladies in the 40s. They're not into the sweet, tender guy. And here's a great example of this. Here's a woman that says, I met a really nice guy. And by the way, this is more proof they're not learning their lessons. She said, I went on 2 dates with the sweetest guy I had ever met on an online dating app. He's the sweetest guy ever. And this is, again, from a day ago. He says he'd be very happy to see me again. I felt a lot of connection with him. He's a little bit socially awkward and nerdy, just like me. So it's easy for me to relate to him. He's also very kind, which makes him a rare gem. It's very easy for me to talk to him, and we both laugh a lot when we're on a date. Sounds like we've got a match. Why is she in dating over 40 asking for advice with the account name Throwaway Amish? Although it's got 276 post comma, and it's been around since 2022. So it turned out this wasn't such a throwaway account. Guys, we have a winner here. What's going wrong? She says, the trouble is he's not my type. I'm not really sexually attracted to him, and I'm not sure it'll ever change. I think you're either attracted to somebody or not, and it's a given. For now, he doesn't push me into anything. We haven't kissed or hugged, not even a little goodbye peck on the cheek. He's friend-zoned. He's instantly friend-zoned. This is a new experience for me. She's never been with a guy that she wants to keep dating who's the gem and the sweetest guy in the world, but she's not attracted to him. She's never experienced this before. Why? Because she normally does the smash and dash with the bad boys. She says, I'm so confused. If this is a slow burner, how long can it be before he switches gears? Can attraction grow out of nothing? Usually when people are offered to be just friends, they get offended and disappear. Shall I still try to offer the guy just to be friends? This guy's getting friend zoned by a 40-something because he doesn't tickle the butterflies. He doesn't tickle her fancy. But she literally said he is the sweetest guy, and he'd be very happy to see her again. And she has a lot of connection with him, and it's so easy to relate to him. And he's very kind, and he's a rare gem. Also, I don't like him. It doesn't change. These women are not learning as they age. We used to say they hit the wall and then they change, but no, not even in their 40s or over 40. This is just dating over 40. She could be 50 because some of the posts in here are from 50-year-olds. They can't help their human nature. It would be much better today, guys, if you want to date or be active or be socially out there. It would be much better today to be the a-hole that gets turned down 99% of the time, but you find a woman that's into you and wants to smash. That would be much better for you than it would be to be a nice guy trying to date, a sweet guy, a genuine guy. You would have more success dating even in your 40s, just being relatively decent, attractive, being really good shape, and dressing up like you've got some money, than you would for having a great personality and being funny and outgoing and a sweet, genuine man. If that doesn't tell you the old ways of romance and relationships are done, I don't know what does. Because here's over 40, the only thing left is 50 and on, and by that time, usually guys' testosterone's dropped enough, they really don't have quite as much interest in the bedroom. This one from a day ago. I'm in the position to try to date again after 3 years of being alone. I've had girlfriends. This is a guy. Oh, I should have put this one up with the guy ones. I've had girlfriends from online dating before, but every time it's not worked out for me. This time I want to take it slow and get to know the woman before committing and not going into the deep end like this is a thing most women would like to do. This is a 49-year-old guy. So he's saying, I just want, should I go slow? I don't understand, because when I go fast, I get burned. Because he's getting his heart involved. It's so weird seeing that men being the ones saying, I want romance. I want a woman. I want a date. I want a girlfriend. I want a woman I can trust. I'd like a woman I can respect, even in their 40s and 50s. And instead, women are like, he's nice, but I still want to smash. They learn nothing from dating over 40. She's so square. And please, I'm not advocating to go give these people a hard time. But you can go to dating over 40. This is a post from 7 hours ago. And they're posting it online. So you get what you get. She says, seeking advice. So I, 41 female, have been divorced a little over a year. So she left him when she was 40. I'm not looking for a life partner or anything. I'm perfectly happy living alone, not being married, doing my own thing. I definitely am missing physical stuff and would love a casual boyfriend or girlfriend. So the gate swings both ways for her. So I've been doing first Facebook dating, then Tinder. I found out that every guy I've been with physically has suddenly, like right after, become distant. Texts way drop in frequency, and they get way too busy with work or whatever. Eventually, it falls apart. I don't think I'm unattractive. I'm 5'9", 175, so she's a bigger girl, but she's a little bit taller, curvy, fairly conventionally attractive, but not a supermodel. No problem getting matches. My inbox is always full. I make it clear I'm not down with one-night stands, and I like to have rapport with someone and have fun with them. She says, now listen, she just says, I make it clear I'm not down with one-night stands. Okay. Then she says, we flirt, we sex, it's awesome. I usually wait 2 to 3 dates before the physical stuff and we get hot and heavy. When I sleep with them, it's lots of fun, and then they bounce. A woman that is 41 years old is now just discovering the hit it and quit it. And the comments to this are kind of funny because right down here, this Fit platform says, I have 3 brothers. They all talk about hit it and quit it. They don't want relationships with women, and that includes friends with benefits. They say what women want to hear, they sleep with them, and then they move on. It's a lifestyle. They don't really like women, but they like sleeping with them, or sleeping with new women all the time. They get extra pleasure from when they can. They get extra pleasure from the ones where it takes 2 or 3 dates. They want to feel a sense of conquest. They're all just blind to what comes for them in the later years. They're still sleeping with guys. They're still having fun. They're making them wait because they don't want the one-night stand. They're making them wait 2 and 3 dates. And then they're surprised when they get ghosted. This is from 2 days ago. So how do you all go about scratching your itch? That is really not a great expression when it comes to sleeping with somebody, just so you know. Says, sorry for the cheesy intro. I'm just shy as to how to ask some of these questions. I, HL 47 female. I don't know what HL means because I'm not in these. But I, something 47 female, feel like I'm doing something wrong here. I go to a friends with benefits and I get the guy that wants to get married next week. She's getting the sweet men that just want physical attraction in an actual relationship. I go for the long game and actually start falling for a guy and he ups and leaves. What's she saying? I get a sweet man who wants a long-term relationship and he wants to get married next week. I don't want that. I go for the long game and actually start falling for a guy and he up and leaves. The bad boy. She's 47. I want stability and safety. And just going out and swiping on the first thing that piques my interest sexually doesn't appeal to me. And then she says, if you're a guy and you DM me, I'll block you. because she's probably getting nice guys that are like, I would treat you like a princess. 11 minutes ago. This is 11 minutes ago I found this one. That can't be right because I'm 14 minutes into the video. Let me refresh my page. 1 hour ago. I'm a new single after 10 years of marriage. I've also lost a lot of weight and as a result have loose skin. I look great in clothes, but not so great out of them. When do I mention this? New dates or wait until things are hot and heavy and she's going to take off her clothes and all the rolls of fat come out? And of course, now people down here don't apologize about your body and they shouldn't have to worry about this stuff until, it's time for getting jiggy with it. Well, that's what you want to hear, isn't it, fellas? She looks like a a 9 in clothes, and then she looks like a deflated airbag when she gets out of them. I'm not shaming her for losing the weight. I think that's great. But this, if you're going for attraction, we know women wear makeup and they get the hair extensions and they get the lifts and the tucks and the zips and the bings and you never know what you're getting. Well, it's still true in the 40s. It's not just 20-somethings getting 500 gallons of Botox. Another one from a day ago. I'm just going to rattle through a couple more of these and we'll sum up. But you're seeing the idea here. Why is this so hard? I can't be the only person my age that knows what they want. I'm a 48-year-old female, been single around 10 years. I've joined dating sites. The guys that I match with say they want one thing, but after taking it, it changes. I've even been on dates where they show up and it's so awkward. The phone conversation's great, but in person it wasn't. I'm just getting more and more hopeless at this point. I'm 48. I don't want friends with benefits or a Facebook friend or whatever. I don't know what to do. They can't help it. They're not learning. Because if I put her in contact with the first guy that said, I got a haircut and just physical touch and, having attention from a woman is amazing, she'd hate him. She'd say he was try-hard or a loser. If I put her in touch with the guy that was sweet, the other woman's date, that was sweet and kind and charming and funny and there's no electricity, this lady would say there's no electricity either. There's no point. There's no point in which this turns around for them. And they can't. Guys, hush. Hush. There's no point for them in which it turns around. It's never coming back. And they're so addicted to the butterflies and the bad boys and the guys that have game and can turn them on that even knocking on 50 or getting into their 50s, they still haven't learned the lesson. And you might say, well, dude, this is a black pill. No, it's a white pill. Because whether you're 50 or 40 or 20, you understand that things in the future are not going to be different. You're not going to find the mommy love. You're not going to find somebody that just wants to hold your hand and love you until the end of your days, where she weeps mercilessly at the sight of your dying body in the hospital, surrounded by your 23 kids. It's not going to happen. And that may bum you out. And you can, don't get me wrong, you can find the exceptions to the rules. They are out there. But if you go through life understanding the rules to the game and understanding, hey, if I do want a woman, it's kind of better to just chase my own life, chase my passions, chase being healthy at a gym, chase maybe making a decent income and having a couple of outfits that look nice and knowing to be comfortable to talk to women and be able to spit some game, you'll have a better dating life. It doesn't mean you're going to find love. It doesn't mean you're going to find the partner forever. Those days are kind of over. And for a lot of people, that's going to really bum them out, and that's going to make them sad. And they're going to say, oh, you can't, the difference between wish casting and reality can be pretty big. And you can hope things and wish things were different, but then there's just reality. And if you come to the point of accepting what reality is, at least you've got a fighting chance, whether it's being alone or in the work world, or in dating, or whatever you do. At least you understand the rules. The worst thing you can do is go through life and just be mystified why everything is the way it is, and why you're unhappy, and why things don't work out the way you want. Just keep that in mind. So to me, that is a white pill, is just knowing the rules of the game. And then if you decide to play that game, if you decide to date, if you decide to get into the market, at least you walk in knowing the playing field, right? Or you can pick up your ball and go home and decide not to play, but that's up to you. Just understanding, even in the 40s and maybe even 50s, it's not really much different. I got two more I'll read from, and then we'll wrap it up. This is from a woman. She's 44. Women, what are you looking for? I need to figure out what I'm looking for. My kid's 14, has a good relationship with her dad, so I'm not looking for a father figure. I have a good job, so I don't need financial security. I have a good social life, so I'm not lonely. Most men I see online seem to be after sleeping with me, or that's it. Because she says the men that she sees online line or only after sex. It's because she doesn't see the ones that she's not attracted to. But she's not concerned about that immediately. Well, I just talked about 5 other guys that you could date, but they don't see them. They're invisible. And this last one, 50-year-old female. Am I out of touch with reality? After a 2-year dating hiatus, I decided to get back out there. I'm 50 years old. I put my profile up on Facebook. So far, what a disappointment. I'm thinking I'll delete it because all it's doing is making me feel horrible. All of my likes are from men in their mid to late 60s, even though I set the age parameters in my own age range. Do men my age only want younger women? Yes. Yes, that's it. I don't even have to go any further. Yes, that's it. Guys, I'm telling you, every once in a while, people said, oh, I can't listen to your content anymore. It's such a black pill. It can be a white pill if you frame it correctly. Understand the rules of the game, play the game accordingly, understand you're not going to find somebody that will love you with all their heart and until your dying breath, and you'll do the same for them, and the house on the hill with the kids and the picket fence and everything's going to be fine. Those days are done. Feminism, women working, making their own money, female empowerment, that's all changed the rules of the game. So now you actually need to think more feminine, like women of today, which is, I'm going to get what I want. I'm going to enjoy life. I'm going to get what I want when I can, how I can. I'll play by the rules that these women are setting forth. And then when they want the long-term relationships after I've slept with them 3 times, you shouldn't feel guilty in saying, well, I'm not into that. You didn't make that clear. You were perfectly happy to hook up with me at the time. Now you're saying you want something serious. Should have asked that beforehand. Because women are doing that to men. These are the new rules. This is the new game. It doesn't change as you get older. Just learn to play it or learn to get out of the game. That to me is a white pill. Guys, if you like my work, as always, join me on betterbachelor.locals.com. We got Saturday night at the movies. We stream a couple movies. We talk about current events. We got a great forum over there. I'm the only moderator, and I don't remove anything. So if there's a topic that's kind of sensitive or weird or whatever, feel free to bring it up over there. We have great conversations, unlike over here at YouTube and even Rumble. Occasionally we'll remove something. I haven't removed anything in, a year or 2. So I don't think I've ever removed anything now that I think about it. Anyway, if you like that kind of stuff and you want a good place to speak and hang out with like-minded men, come on over to betterbachelor.locals.com, become a supporter today, and I'll see you in the next one.